Hi, I'm Craig Collins. I'm the CEO of Granite WMS. Today, I want to talk about the role of a WMS system in warehouses and how multidimensional that is. So there is a belief that a WMS system is just about inventory control, and that is not true. So what are the other roles of a WMS system in a warehouse? Well, firstly, we are able to look at operator efficiency. We're able to look at what people are doing, when they're doing it, how they're doing it. By mining that data, we're able to look at the efficiency and effectiveness of people in the warehouse. And one can gamify that. You can incentivize the staff to work according to targets and to get the best out of the team in the warehouse. That's just one example. Another one is space efficiency. So we can have chaotic storage in the warehouse. Now, very frequently, when you don't have a system, what you do is you have a fixed place where a product goes. And that's so that you can find it, so you know where to put it. And even with WMS systems, companies do that. But one of the real values is to be able to have chaotic storage. Have the WMS suggest where you put something. And because you're scanning it into that location, the system knows where it belongs, knows where it is at the moment, and can then direct an operator there during the picking process, which makes the picking process more effective and efficient. It also reduces the errors because you're now using barcode scanning to track where things are. But there are other benefits as well of using a WMS that are not inventory control related. So a good example of this is dimension storage and dimensioning of products. If your maturity level in your warehouse is high, then often you have the dimensions of individual products. Now what you can do is you can optimize the storage. So you know that something that's heavy and large needs to go lower down in the warehouse, whereas the light goods that are not moving quickly could go higher up in the warehouse. The WMS manages and controls that. This is not about inventory control. This is about optimizing the space in the warehouse. And in today's world where space comes at a premium, the cost of capital, the cost of storage is high. The WMS is supposed to look at ways to reduce those costs while still giving you the throughput. I want to talk about one of our customers, a company called Clean Slate. They do chemicals in New Jersey. A great business. And I really have a lot of time working with their management team because they really want to get the best out of the people and the best out of the operation. So when we got there, they had already laid out the warehouse from heavy through to light. And then what they did was they asked the pickers to go with a stack of orders and start on the one side of the warehouse and finish on the other side. But they were picking to a route. So it makes that they had 12 orders. They were all going to go in a specific order in the truck, and they wanted to optimize the walk sequence in the warehouse, but yet still keep it on pallets based on stops or close to where the stops are going to be on the route. So they had one picker there, and he was absolutely brilliant at doing this. He knew exactly how to pack the pallets, how to walk through that warehouse, and his efficiency was so much higher than everyone else. So the challenge that they put to us was, how do we build a system that allows us to take the other 15 pickers and make them at least as effective as this guy? Or, in a worst case, reduce his effectiveness slightly, but make everyone else more capable. So what we did was we studied how he worked. And then we were able to, with the flexibility of the product, build in the way that he worked into standard operating processes and into algorithms. So we came up with a way where they basically scan what will fit onto a pallet as orders, and then it directs them through the warehouse based on that pack of orders. And then when the pallet is full, go and fetch the next pack of orders. And by automating this, we were able to lift up the performance of all the pickers in the warehouse. And to be honest, the guy who was really good was a little frustrated because he said he does this in his head. He's now waiting for a system to tell him how to do it. But everyone else became as good as him. And the warehouse wasn't as reliant on him every day to get the volumes out. And we're talking about 15 people who just by putting in the system, we're able to elevate their performance. And now everyone is performing incredibly well in that warehouse. So it's a great example of how we're not only focused on inventory accuracy in the warehouse, we're looking at operational efficiencies. And this is where a WMS can bring in multidimensional ways of giving you real benefit in the warehouse. So if you're battling with effectiveness in the warehouse, it's probably time to look at a WMS, not only to get your stock accurate, not only to stop picking the wrong product for your customers, but actually to make the warehouse more effective and efficient.